Creating a simple platformer game in Python can be an exciting way to learn programming and game development. In this tutorial, we'll use the pygame library, which is specifically designed for writing video games in Python. We'll cover the basics of setting up a game window, handling player movement, and creating platforms. Prerequisites: make sure you have Python installed on your computer. You can download it from python.org. You will also need to install the pygame library. You can do this via pip bash pip install pygame. Step 1: setting up the game first. Create a new Python file, e.g. platformer.py, and import the necessary libraries. Python import pygame import sys initialize pygame init. Step 2: create game window. Set up the game window. You can specify the width and height of the window, handle events, update game state, and draw everything on the screen. Initialization: we start by initializing pygame and setting up our game window. Colors and effects: we define some colors and set up a clock to control the frame rate. Player and platforms: we create a player and a few platforms using rectangles. Game loop: we handle events such as quitting the game. We check for key presses to move the player left and right and to jump. We apply a simple gravity effect to the player. We clear the screen and redraw the player and platforms each frame. Next steps: this tutorial covers the basics of creating a simple platformer game with player movement and jumping. Here are some ideas for expanding your game: add collision detection, prevent the player from falling through platforms. Create more levels, design multiple levels with different platforms and challenges. Add enemies, introduce enemies that the player must avoid. Create collectibles, add items for the player to collect. Conclusion: this tutorial introduced you to the foundations of creating a platformer game in Python using pygame. With practice and creativity, you can expand upon this base and create a more complex game. Happy coding!